categorize your prospect recruits like you did when you were selling real estate? Do you have like your A, B, C's, and D's based on, them saying, okay, I'm a 3 or I'm a 7? So you say, okay,
put them in different buckets?
Yeah, or is everybody kind of in the same bucket?
I put them all in the same, to be honest. Unless they tell me they're never going to join. Even if they tell me they're never going to join, I still drip on them. I drip. I drip them real good. Drip. I like dripping, boy. I drip them because I had a coach years ago, Rand Smith, and he says you follow up with your list until they buy, die, or tell you to stop. That's it. You're either going to buy, die. You're going to die hearing from me, because the reason why he did that is because we learned in marketing and branding, those are marketing and branding heads, that it takes 6 to 10 touches before a person even realizes that you exist. So like if you're farming, for example, it takes 6 to 10 postcards or door knocks or touches before that person's like, oh yeah, David Dutton, I've heard that name. This is like the 7th thing yeah. So that it just is the way it is with people, because they're so busy with other things in their life and they're not thinking about us. So that's the reason why you want to. So I put them on the list, and I run everyone through the same follow-up sequence, just because it's easier for me. I use an app called Reach, R-E-A-C-H, and then I use CRM Grow, which is another online tool that I use to follow up. You really don't need those kind of tools until you're really seriously you're getting confused about, like, I have one guy, Mark Phillips, and he's having so many conversations. He's like, did you the one that graduated college, or you the one that has 5 kids? Like, no, man, I don't have no kids. I never went to school. Oh, man, that's when you need a good CRM to kind of start putting your notes and everything. Yeah, he's going nuts. He's going nuts. He's reaching out, he's going for new agents, which is a more difficult strategy, because newer agents are going to take a while to get into production, and you're going to take longer to see your paycheck from that, But if that's, everybody has a different calling, I'm going to say this on camera, but don't take it wrong. It's not my saying. Brian Carruthers, he wrote a book called Building an Empire, and he teaches this whole concept of how to build a multi-level marketing organization. I'm going to touch on this in a minute, but he has this saying called the duds lead to the studs. Okay, the duds lead to the studs. So you never pass, like, man, that guy ain't sold a house in 5 years. Yeah, but he knows another realtor that's, this is a true story. So this guy, I think Brent was sharing this, that he was, one of his people that he called, he was like, man, I'm not really doing that good in real estate, but I have this other lady, he did join the EXP, and he said, but I got a friend of mine that's knocking out the park. So they did a 3-way call. So during the 3-way call, they're on Zoom, and he keeps seeing pizza boxes going through. It's like, pizza boxes. He's like, man, what is? So he's talking to the guy, and meanwhile on Zoom, this guy's pushing pizza boxes around. So the lady did join, big star player. She's got, I don't know, hundreds of people in her downline, so she's a big player. This guy still hadn't sold a house, right? But after the call, he's like, man, what was all those pizza boxes? He said, oh, I work at Domino's. So the guy was doing a Zoom call while he was on his shift at Domino's with this big player. So the does lead to the studs. That's all I'm saying about that.